What's up, dude?
Let's
Yeah. Why are we fucking standing out here?
Because we're always in the studio.
That's
and
right.
And we never see the sunlight.
That's
why it hurts our eyeballs to be out here.
It's so early, dude. Why did you make me come out here this early?
It's 9:30 in the morning.
It's the middle of the night.
I've been awake for I don't know,
I
15 hours.
just woke up.
Okay,
I
so
hate this.
That's why it's fun to make you do this. So copies.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
We're talking about copies in the guitar market. Not like the Chinese copies and like the ones like that. Because I actually contacted a Chinese firm.
Did you really?
My wife did. We
What?
were talking about trying to get our own guitar built just to see how much it would cost. We can have our own custom guitar. Looks just like a Gibson Les Paul with our own like casino name on it and everything.
No way.
For a little bit under $100.
No way.
Yeah, and we could sell this thing for...
Can we do it?
No.
I'm gonna do it.
Because we have to buy 100 of them.
Ah, fuck.
So then it gets to be sort of silly. Let's talk about the copies. They
So it's $1,000. It'd be $1,000. No, you buy 100 of them, so it's...
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
a lot
I
of money.
keep
don't
saying
wanna do
that for.
There's like smoke in my face.
Yeah.
Let's switch sides.
Okay.
That's bothering me. Can't do that. That's like I thought the smoke was gonna blow this way.
Wind changes.
It feels so strange.
Yeah.
I don't
We're outside.
I don't like this now. Okay, anyway, back to copies. Copies of guitars.
Which, like, I'm like oddly, I'm kind of okay with them.
And like, there's part of me that's okay with them too, but then part of me is sort of like...
It's the free market,
It
right?
is the free market, but it's weird though, because it's like, the only part that I'm not okay with in some ways, and I'm not like a Gibson or a Fender, like, I'm gonna support their corporate line, because sometimes I think, 90% of the time I think Gibson is crazy.
Like, yeah, they goof constantly.
Like, they're like Larry David.
Yeah, I feel like they're like the Mr. Bean of guitar.
Which I was watching last night, and my wife's never watched Mr. Bean.
I've never seen a Mr. Bean film.
There's this one episode where where I saw my sons, my 2, 3-year-old and my 6-year-old.
I'm sure they love it.
Shit.
Yeah.
They lost it because there was the one where like they were in an airplane and it was going up and down, and like this kid was next to Mr. Bean. That was a strange kid because Mr. Bean's normal. And he was doing jokes like blowing up the throw-up bags and smashing them for the kid to make him happy. Then the kid actually throws up in a bag. Then Mr. Bean smashes it, throw up everywhere.
Classic physical comedy of Rowan Atkinson.
I love him. He's so brilliant.
I like watching him in interviews because he just like.
Hello.
He's like,
I'm very posh.
It's me. I'm a normal British man. Hello.
Okay. So wait.
We're talking about
topic.
We started talking about Mr. Bean.
How did we get there?
Oh no, I started talking about this because Gibson's dumb.
Oh. That is true.
I mean, I love Gibsons. I'm
too.
a fucking huge Gibson fan, but
yeah. So, like the copies. Like I've played Nash guitars. They're okay.
Yeah.
I've played
Jonathan likes Nash guitars.
I played some that are sort of Elliott Park or Elliott Echo Park.
Echo Park. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, what's the guy's name again?
Echo Park. Gabriel Curie.
Yeah, Gabriel.
Good old Gabriel Curie.
You know, he's an interesting character. He's gotten in a lot of trouble lately, with like on the interwebs. It's funny how you post one little thing.
Well, because he can't even he won't even put like his logo on the headstock because it's like he doesn't want people to take a picture of it.
Well, he got in trouble with Joe Bonamassa ripped him. I didn't even tell you about it.
No, what?
My wife even saw about this because he posted. I'm not getting into the details too much about it. He posted this one thing about one of the guitars he copied, and then Joe, and he sort of ragging on something. And Joe picked it up and just like wrecked him. Wrecked him as like he kind of deserved it in this one.
I mean, yeah, you have to have like brass balls to make Gibson copies and then like. And then
start talking. He was like doing like it's supposed to like this one's fake, this one's not, and he got pulled off like immediately. And he was like at the end, he was like, "I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean to offend you."
I'm so sorry, Joseph.
But so like, that's when I go back to the corporate overlords and the monsters. It's they made some great guitars. And I can get like, and like it's weird. Like when I see all these Fender clones, like the Nashes and whatnots, and the Whitfields, even like they changed the headstock slightly, but it's a Fender. It's a little weird. Like
that's the thing. Is like, how do they get away with that? Because like I know like because like PRS wasn't allowed to do the 6 on a side.
They get away with it because I think in some ways it was just Fender never did anything about it for so long.
Right.
They kind of let all these things sort of percolate out there, and once you do that, it's sort of fair game.
Right.
And so when they went after, they've sued some of these companies, like as I think you should as a company to protect yourself. But Gibson just did it the wrong way.
IP theft is bad. Like we can all agree that IP theft is bad.
It's like our favorite people are showing up to work now.
Hello.
Hi. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm 50-50. I haven't yet played one that I was like, this is better than a Fender. To where I'm gonna buy a Fender.
Either.
Or this is better than a Gibson. I've played. Yeah, I mean,
it's not that they're bad.
it's yeah, or like yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like a little hesitant to call any of them like bad, but I have played like specifically like Nash guitars. Like not to talk shit about Nash because like
they make some great guitars.
He's got some really good guitars, but I have played some that are just like eh.
Because Jonathan has a really good.
And that's
Nash.
That is a good guitar.
That's his He's talking about selling it because he wants the 335.
Oh, beans.
I know. It's like, oh, our point was just defeated.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I don't know. I guess it's like it's up in the air. Copies.
I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Like,
is it legit?
I don't know if I would buy one.
I mean,
but I'm also just like kind of a fanboy. I want my shit to say Fender on it.
I am a fanboy too.
Like,
it's like, and then with Gibson too.
I
want it to say Gibson.
I want a Les Paul.
Like, I do want to say Gibson. I want that perfect, awkward looking Gibson on it.
Now I played a Gibson for the first time a while. Do you remember that guitar?
Yes.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
I was like, for it being like, you know, a complete knockoff.
Well, it's like your Behringer TS9.
Yeah. It's a good pedal.
It's good. So you don't have to buy like a
vintage Behringer pedals.
Yeah, just say. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I have a vintage dive.
Yeah.
It's cool, but
it's definitely cool. It's hard to turn on sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't always work.
Yeah.
Because it's old.
It's old.
But it
sounds good.
I don't ever use it.
Yeah.
But it's good, I guess.
Just sits there.
It sits there and collects dust.
Like, oh, hey, that's a vintage Tube Screamer.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think you know, I get really upset though because the one thing I do get really upset about is like I think people get like severe cock envy over like over.
I didn't know. I knew something bad was coming.
No,
out of your
but over real like Gibsons and Fenders, and then they you can say cock envy. That's not a bad.
Well, I was expecting much worse.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know where you were going.
But like oh well, why would I spend $8,000 on a Les Paul? I'll just buy this like knockoff, and it's just as good. And it's like, and they get like really like militant about it. Hello.
Sorry. Good morning.
When it's like, but they're just not as good though. Like they are not as good. They are not. They're not as good. I'm sorry. Like.
Okay, so
the forums are gonna hate me, but like they are not as good. I'm sorry.
The forums hate us already.
Yeah.
Because most people
they don't hate me yet because I'm beautiful.
But one of my friends, he's like the moderator of some of the top forums. He's really, really cool now. I met him. Well, I met him on the internet. And we talked on the phone and we FaceTime.
You FaceTime?
Yeah, I FaceTime.
I didn't know you knew how to FaceTime.
Well, it's a
You're
button.
Old.
I know. He's like, do you want to FaceTime? And he's like, he's gorgeous.
Weird.
No, he lives in Florida. I'm not going to say his name, but it starts with a Z.
No, let's dox him. Let's dox this
No,
fool.
but he's really active on the Taylor forum. I think he's the host of it, the Taylor Guitars forum, and then he's involved in the Loudon forums. And so now we're jumping into forums right now. Let's just go.
Yeah, let's talk about forums, bro.
This is part two.
Part two.
Part two, like Hot Shots Part 2. Great film, Charlie Sheen's finest.
Oh my God, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I've seen them all. I used to watch those with my dad. They're terrible.
Yeah,
they don't hold up.
Of course,
they don't hold up at all.
I've not seen either Hot Shots.
They weren't funny when they were out.
No.
But anyway, but no, he's on the forums and he's a really cool guy. He's nice. I think he posted something really cool like about an Ed Sheeran thing, played on a Taylor guitar on the Loudon forums, and a bunch of the Loudon people sort of attacked him. It's like, you're not playing Loudon. he was just
I run a forum. I can't afford one. No, sorry, bud.
But he was talking about as a Maserati drives by.
Yeah, welcome to Southern Pines.
I know, and then followed by minivan. Welcome to Southern Pines. I think it's an Uber.
Is it?
Or a Lyft.
Yeah.
I think we got those now.
We have one Lyft driver.
We have one Lyft and like 5 Ubers.
Yeah.
Which is, hey, we're growing, and everybody has a pickup truck.
Yeah.
But no, but it's most of the interactions I have on the forums are pretty positive.
I do not go on forums.
No, you should not. I think
I have no interest in being on forums.
But there's a small, violent contingent that is really, really mean.
Yeah.
And they make them.
She was really upset. She was like, "What's going on?" Did you see her? She had her hands up. She was like, "What? I'm gonna be in the shot."
They make
blow her face out.
Or blow it up more.
Zoom in.
Hey, what, were you filming? I was like, we're not filming.
Don't worry about it. We're dumb.
No one's gonna watch this.
Yeah.
Like 5 people watch this.
Yeah.
So the life on the forums, it's an interesting life.
Yeah, it's like a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Like,
so Derek, I call him the forum cowboy.
yeah,
He works. He goes out there in the forums for us sometimes, and he lives because he enjoys it. He was living in the forums before he ended up working with us some, and he has friends out there. And I have one
was
friend.
born in the darkness. You knew, molded by it.
I feel like it's a Stephen King novel too. The Dark Tower, like Matthew McConaughey's finest work too. Forget the book. The movie's better than the book. Because they condensed this long series into
a 7-novel series
into an hour and 45-minute
movie.
book.
I have not seen it. I have not read the book.
I actually enjoy the movie. Like most people, everybody that read the books hates it.
Oh, I'm sure.
But Matthew McConaughey is brilliant as like a devil type dude.
Matthew McConaughey can play any role.
He's always brilliant. God, like
he can play any role.
Yeah,
any role.
He'll be the Joker one of these days.
Everybody gets a turn at the Joker. We'll be the Joker. Both of us will be one Joker at some point.
We'll be Two-Face.
Yeah. Ooh.
That'd be super cool. So back to forums. It's a tricky world. You have to be really careful. It's like lots of landmines everywhere.
Yes.
And we dealt with the gentleman recently. Like we get people that ask for videos all the time. Like, hey, we send us a quick video of this, and we'd love to help. But then then the comments begins like, hey, you should really invest more in your video thing. But we just sent you a quick video on a cell phone. So
we can make it better.
Hey, morning. Hi. How are you? That's my name.
Dog. Hello, Papa.
But oh my God, so cute. She has really cool kids too.
Oh, good.
She's super cool. Anyway, continuing. But yeah, they can be can get vitriolic, I would say.
Vitriol. Good word.
Yeah, it's I used that in class this morning too.
Did you go to college?
No, I taught the classical Christian kids.
I know.
It's like, but then they had a college rep come in right after I taught the class.
Nice.
A college rep for Liberty University.
Of course.
I know, it's cute. It's like they'll all have to go there. It's in their contract. Yeah. But anyway, so forums, it's a tricky space. So if you go into forums, you have to go equipped with a lot of armor.
Yes.
Be prepared to offend and be prepared to be offended.
And it's like they just get offended by anything.
Yes. It's
my God. And I'm not one to talk about like.
Which leads us to our next point.
Babies.
No,
babies.
No, some of them are great. Because now I've met Z. I'm not saying his full name, but we're gonna call him Z. But he's phenomenal. Like that gives me hope for forums.
Yeah.
And
it's a thankless job running a forum.
It's a thankless job because you don't get paid.
Yeah.
Like you do it because you love the guitars.
Right.
And which I love guitars too. I just but as a guitar shopper-y person, I'd be careful about I'm careful about it.
Yeah. Yeah. We have to.
And I want everybody to know like on the forums like we're not jumping in there and like we don't do sales stuff there. That's not our job. I just go in there and just talk to people because I'm a fanboy too.
And that's like technically not allowed, right?
Yeah. You shouldn't. I agree. I like that. It's a safe space, for guitar buyers in that respect.
Yeah.
But I'd say episode 3 is starting now. Relics.
What are you talking about? What do you mean episode?
Well, I don't know. I'm just calling my mind.
Why are you talking like that?
Because there's a camera.
We're just standing outside.
No, there's cameras. I almost want to do like a clip. I can't do it though because I'm a nice person. But my sister worked on the Jay and Silent Bob movies. And,
$15, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
So she was telling this is inside scoop on Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. So my sister was, I think she was in production on that.
That was one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a great movie. So Jay apparently would be in the hotel room, in the hotel hallway, and he'd come out and he'd be like, "Ladies," and he'd go, "Bam! Who wants to?"
Yeah.
And he was serious.
Yeah, of course.
This was him. He's not in character. So when they film that movie, they're pretty much just filming him walking around with his friends.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Smith and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which I love Kevin Smith. His movies.
And let's take a minute just to appreciate Kevin Smith.
God bless Kevin Smith.
He almost died.
Yeah, from what?
He had a heart attack.
Oh, but that's like...
He had a heart attack.
But I mean, have you seen Kevin Smith?
But he looks great now.
Yeah, but I mean, he's lived a life where he's lived a life where he's enjoyed food.
Yeah.
But I love his movies.
Yeah.
And I think he's brilliant. When you watch him at Comic-Con.
Did you ever see Red State?
Yes, great movie.
That movie was awesome.
Oh my God, it's brutal. But when you watch that movie, watch the Comic-Con thing where he just crushes that mean fanboy trying to rip him, and just like smash. He's like, wear black, it thins you down.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? It just rips this guy. It was great. Anyway, Relics.
Yeah, let's talk about Relics.
Some people really don't like Relics.
Which I guess I understand.
I mean,
but I'm not going to be like an anti-Relic fascist. Like that's.
I mean, I don't like really obnoxious cars sometimes.
Yeah.
But I get why people like them.
Sure.
I'm not saying Relics are that. But I mean, let's talk about the history of Relics. Maybe like what's the purpose of a Relic?
I mean, I that's what I always talk about, right? Like that's like when people knock on Relics, like it's like there's a purpose.
Yeah, but this is the fun. People come like, I want to beat up my own guitar and make it look that way. Well, I'm like, well, if you have a guitar that has a poly finish, it will never look that way.
Yeah, and sorry, Todd, you're not going to get your guitar relic that way by playing 12 minutes once a week.
I know.
You know, I'm sorry, like it's not going to happen.
Or my thoughts on relics too. I think they sound better.
They do. I think they sound better too. I think
less stuff, not completely nothing stuff, but less stuff on a guitar makes it sound better. I think there's a fine balance.
Yeah, I agree.
And then besides it just being a relic, the custom shop does some magical stuff with guitars.
They do. They do.
They tone match the woods, the necks to the block. I'm not saying.
And that matters. That matters.
Matter.
It doesn't. I don't care what people say. That matters.
There's gonna be somebody going on pickups. It's just the pickups.
No, it's not just the pickups.
It's not the pickups.
It's like, and I can tell. I can prove that because take any guitar and plug it straight into a mixing board.
Right.
It's not going to sound good.
Right.
It doesn't. Like I mean, it'll sound like okay, but you're pretty much getting like the flat responsive pickups and the wood, and it still doesn't. It's not going to have the same. When you plug it into an amp, it adds that, you know, that the harmonics, the saturation, but like. You can't tell me that it's just the pickups because it's not.
No, and like what gets, I mean, I wonder what gets people so fired up about not liking relics. Like what is the vitriol again? Like,
I mean, because people think it's like it's disingenuous to buy a relic guitar.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, that's why would I, it's like it's the same people that hate on like ripped up jeans. Is like even though it's a completely different concept.
Yeah,
like,
I mean. Yeah, I think that's just silly though.
I agree.
Like, why get upset about it?
It's like, why get upset? It's a guitar.
It's a guitar.
It's a guitar. Why get upset about it in general? It's dumb to be upset about guitar, even though we're like, you know, standing here like getting upset about guitar.
We're getting upset about people getting upset about guitars.
Yeah.
Which is absurd, and so it's almost like we're being filmed getting upset about.
Yeah, it's almost like we're shooting a video. Almost.
But,
hey.
You know, because I've been out of the custom shop quite a few times. I've met with all these guys and girls, not as many girls, but it's gonna be cool when they get the first girl, like female master builder.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be like, and she's like crush everybody else's guitars.
So.
The new Vince Van Trite guy that's coming up on the level, that dude's stuff was insane.
Yeah, his stuff was really good.
Yeah, they're all.
Those
insane,
are really nice
like,
guitars.
That guy's like squirrely and funny, and I love him.
I haven't met him.
There's Jenny right there. Let's give her like that. There she is. I mean, she always looks amazing.
She's cool. She's like just cool.
She is cool. So yeah, but at the custom shop, they spend hours and hours, like just not just beating them up, but like shaping, getting those tones right. It's unbelievable. Like it's
the amount of labor that goes into
I think
a custom shop is beyond. Like and like the years of experience they have. It's Fender or Gibson. Like they know how to build guitars.
And that jumps back to what we were talking about earlier when they were. You know, like people like, I'm gonna build this guitar here in this one place, and it's gonna take a long time to build it, but Fender knows how to do all that without taking that time.
Right.
Like as far as like, they have the CNC to cut the body out. They have they've been doing it all day, every day.
Yeah.
So they know how to do something really fast. It's like me trying to do some carpentry work. It's bad.
Right, yeah, it's not gonna be good.
It takes a long time. And it's not gonna be good.
And it shouldn't necessarily like, should I pay you more for it taking longer?
No.
Like, no, absolutely not.
That was a really good point.
You're bad at it. Like,
that's my favorite point of the day, I think. Yeah, so it's. I'll be curious to see what people think about relics when they look inside our minds right here and go crazy on the relics for a minute. Because all we know is relics sell versus non-relics about 95%.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that's Fender's top-selling custom shop guitar.
It's not the non-relics are not even on the spectrum as far as like, how it goes. It's just there's something magical about them.
Yeah, it's just cool.
Until you played one and like really held it and taken it, it's hard.
And I think with guitars in general, like anything really, like.
Hi, hello. How are you?
Great. How are you?
It's like, you know, I feel like it's so important to like when you're looking at guitars, like go in with an open mind, like get rid of all like your preconceived notions about like what a guitar is supposed to like. It's like you were talking about that earlier about like fretboards, right?
Oh, okay.
Like the idea of like
episode 4.
Yeah, of like, I love it when people come in and they're like, it's got to have a rosewood board. It's got to. I won't play anything without a rosewood board. And it's like, why? Why though?
I used to be that way.
Yeah.
I did used to be that way. I was all about rosewood boards the entire time I played guitars. And because I was like, I like the way it feels better. It was my thing. It was as all through my teenage years, into my 20s. Now I'm 105.
You're 115.
105 or so.
Yeah.
But I did, and I didn't understand until later that you can't actually feel the board.
Yeah.
You don't touch the board. I was like that was like a thing. I was like, it was an epiphany.
I was like, what?
And I was probably 30 when I realized this. You know, I was like, bling. You're younger than that. So you're like, oh wow, I realized that way younger. I'm so much smarter. But you're forced all this guitar stuff being forced down your throat. You're like, oh, swallow, eat, Fender, Gibson. You know.
Well, you get like all into like stats. It's like you're playing an RPG. You know.
It is. It's like we're what's that one you play?
You're talking about Fallout, the video game.
Fallout, the video game.
Classic video game Fallout.
Classic in the classic years.
Yeah.
But no, it's you don't touch the board.
Yeah, your fingers like you might like hit it every now and then, but like that's really not the point.
No, it's you know, why did they come out with rosewood boards? Because maples started looking ugly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Fender at least, and they were like, we don't want them to look ugly, so let's have this rosewood slab on it. And now we have a dark board that pretty much stays dark forever.
Yeah.
And then they noticed it affected the tonality slightly.
Yeah, and it does do that for sure.
I think so too.
I mean, and like let's be clear, like you know, at certain points your fingers do like drag across the board, but like that's not the point of why it's there. And also like I challenge anyone to take just a blank slab of rosewood and a blank slab of maple, close your eyes and touch both, just like touch them, and tell me they feel different. Like
it is.
Like once you gloss them over, like.
Now, but I still have I still go to rosewood, it seems. But now I'm like all
about. It looks cool.
I want a maple though.
Yeah.
My next guitar has to be maple.
Yeah.
And I always say that when I'm going for my next guitar, and I
never get one.
It never
Always
happens.
Get a rosewood board.
It is because the guitar just does something.
Yeah.
There's something I want in that guitar. It looks cooler. It sounds cooler. Maybe the neck is better.
Yeah.
And like I'm gonna find the maple one that is the guitar though.
Yeah.
I will find that.
One day.
One day.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Bye.
Thanks for having fun.
Yeah.